What's going on? Move the mouse back in City Skylines, the town of Rosewood, and what a way to kick off our week. So happy Monday, everybody. In the last episode, actually in the last couple episodes, there's a lot about parks. Adding some park gates to places where pedestrians cut through to get to tram lines. Adding park gates at our train station, and a little bit of slop over here. I still want to come clean this up at some point. It's a little funky. But, man, when there's a game day, we're making a lot of money thanks to those parks. Somebody mentioned in the comments, like, we could level these up and increase the attractiveness, and I think increase the rate at which we earn money, but I'm not too worried about decorating them. It's fine. I wanted to come in and do a couple little small detail projects, and I wanted to clean or change this up a bit. Because I've just got this police station and fire station that's sitting on the end of the street servicing this area over here, which is mostly office buildings. I should probably mix in some more commercial over here. We've got things like the Resort Hotel, the Expo Center, but I wanted to move this around a little bit. So let's do this. Just a temporary place to hold them, rather than break them and make everybody unhappy. Let's come over here. Let's just move these. And let's do a little bit of detail work on what'll be, I don't know, a little city service plaza. Do we have, come to think of it, not that this is the best spot for it, but do we have large police stations anywhere, or just the small ones? We have a large one downtown, and then the small little precincts everywhere else. So maybe we have another large one up here. Just for the heck of it. I don't know. What's the difference in upkeep cost? $480 per week? $1,600 per week? Maybe we just move them for now. Let's think about this for a second. So we want to level our terrain, first of all, to where maybe the middle of the road is. And then let's do a little road kind of like right off the center of these two nodes. Doesn't have to be a lot. And then what is like the smallest roundabout? Can we do 2? Can we do that? Can we actually upgrade this to one way? We can. All right, that works. Let's see if we can actually get the buildings to snap to it now, though. That's the next trick, right? So do we do it at kind of an angle, at like a 45 almost? I think that works. Right, do we do this one? Something like that. And then let's bust some trees out. That's all right. I think that's okay. You know, when we get the final trees in here, and when this is connected a little bit, and when there's some more separation up the cliff, and we won't do trees on the rocks. Wouldn't make sense on that steep of an incline in a lot of cases. This will start to visually separate itself out a bit. But the little things like this, right? Just making a really tiny 2 unit 90-degree curve, tiny little roundabout to put our police station and fire station on. It's really different from it just kind of sitting on the end of a block, and it's just as effective, so. Let's see here. We're playing. Okay, 3 times speed. Let's see if anybody rolls out. Hopefully there's no big barn burners. We had enough already. Oh, it's still going, is it? Okay, they just put it out. So that will grow back, hopefully, before it burns again. Let's do a quick look at traffic. I know that's everybody's biggest concern. And what are some of the things we can do to kind of troubleshoot that? So, you know, where are we slow? We're slow coming over the highway. I think that slows down. It becomes a highway. It doesn't need to be anything but a highway through here. So let's change that. Upgrade this segment. That'll actually speed the traffic through there. So where is our heaviest traffic? Right here. Not much we can do about that. People are going to stop and slow down and turn around. If we wanted, you know, one thing we could do is pinch this to 2, but you've got 2 joining with this one and the crossover lane. Like, it seems to be working. I'm not going to mess around with it. Over here, this gets heavy. This is where all the traffic... Well, I shouldn't say all the traffic. We do have another entrance and exit now available to get into this area. But a lot of the traffic funnels off the highway this way and from University up to the sporting arenas. Well, no, what happened up here? What happened up here? That's not good. It's been a while since game day. I hope they haven't been sitting there since November. It's March. That's going to be pretty smelly situation up there. Back into travel. Let's take a look at a couple things. What I would like to do maybe is a little bit of intersection maintenance. So let's go to our inspection tool on console and go there. You can also click on the road name on PC and then go over to the junctions tab and control intersections there. Or if you have traffic manager, obviously that is an option also. Now we've got all this highway coming off. Did I say all this highway? All this traffic coming off the highway? All this highway coming off the traffic. And we're giving them basically the right of way. So, I mean, technically not, right? These people can cut in front of them if they're turning left. But a lot of the traffic's going right into the city. And at least these cars over here are having to stop and give right of way to that way. Now, what my general consensus on the matter is it consensus if it's just me? My thought on traffic management is if you have these kind of roads that are acting as priority roads, and I say it specifically like that because there is a setting to interact with a road and make it a priority road. I've seen the behavior work sometimes and sometimes it doesn't, where it will put, you know, stop signs and give right away to the road itself. But I think it's a good idea just to kind of run down your roads and see if there's any missing stop signs or any lights where you didn't want there to be. So, you know, when we have an intersection like this, I have minimal traffic coming from the residential neighborhood. I want them to stop and I want this traffic to keep going. So anywhere I intersect with a main road, I generally have a stop getting onto the road, right? And that seems to be consistent so far all the way around. Where that changes is if we have a particularly busy intersection, which this is, because this feeds a lot of the traffic up into Greenwood, and also there's a main tram line that goes through there. So we're just trying to keep things moving. There's also a lot of pedestrians that cut around and cross over here. So we'll take, see, like here, that should be stopping there. And then what I do is I come down the roads. You want all this traffic on this road that's feeding into the 4-lane. You want that to be flowing. So now you can stop the traffic on those side roads. And when you get to a T intersection, generally stop the long side of the T. But let's keep a quick scan around our main 4-lane loop. We'll stop there. We don't need to stop here. That's getting onto the highway. Traffic light getting off the highway. So we added 2 stop signs there on the main street. 3 stop signs on the main street. Let's see if that is a bad thing. Make sure those intersections don't back up. Now, when you get into neighborhoods like this, like I'm not I'm not too worried about it because there's just no traffic. So if somebody stops or they don't stop, it doesn't really matter as much. What's the one that feeds more traffic? Probably this way, so... But it's a good idea to come in and check, especially if you've upgraded roads. Because anytime you... Whoops! Anytime you have a multi-lane road, it will create a stoplight. So if a 4-lane meets a 2-lane, or a 4-lane meets a 6-lane, or another 4-lane, anything above 2 lanes intersecting is going to cause it to create a stop light. And that may not be necessary depending on, you know, where your traffic is at. Because that's going to stop the traffic on the main road also, not, you know, not just stop the side. So what did we change? We changed this one. I mean, that's just a busy intersection. This is the spot right here. This tram line is where 2 tram lines meet. So it's kind of like a cross station for both the lines, and it gets incredibly busy up here. So that intersection is pretty bad. This one's backing up a bit. This one backs up all the way to here. That's actually our street that's coming down from the university. Do we make this one a stoplight? I don't know. I mean, I feel like that traffic should be stopping, but I also don't want this traffic coming off the highway to stop immediately. I feel like it was flowing better before I added that. Sometimes you got to think about those things. Sometimes it can cause more of a problem than it's worth. But we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it, you know? 90% traffic, not too bad. But, oh, that's not good. All right. Well, let's see what happens here, and then we'll do a fun little project to close out fun little project to close out the episode. Maybe the high school gets put out, maybe it doesn't. Anyways, be right back. All right, the fire is finally out. High school survived. That's good. Any other problems we should know about? No? Okay. I want to take a quick look, just because I haven't in a while, at what's happening with the industry areas. So, production. We are importing a little bit, so maybe we need to produce either more raw goods or more of a particular good to feed down into the chain. Something to definitely be aware of is importing can be a problem because it means a ton of trucks are bringing stuff in from the outside world. So those are producing goods off map, so you're not employing people to produce those goods. Problem number 1. Introducing truck traffic, problem number 2. The other thing to be aware of is what's happening on the export side of things. So once these goods are made, they need to get sold somewhere. If you don't have enough commercial, or certainly commercial close enough by, some of those goods might get exported instead of being sold into the city. And that means truck traffic leaving the city. But not the end of the world here because we've got good highway network. This is a kind of off on its own. So that part doesn't bother me as much. But it is something to consider. We'll have to keep a look out on production chain because, as you can see, import is actually going up. So, you know, we have a lot of raw forest products. Are we turning that into enough paper and timber? I don't know. What are we doing factory wise? Is this our only factory over here? I think it is. I went pretty light on the factories in this one. So it's interesting. We've got enough of both and we're making furniture. We could increase the production rate, I think, to cost us more money, but to also make more stuff. Whether the goods keep up with production, I guess, is the question. It looks like paper is going to be a little bit behind. Are we going to lag on paper here? Are we going to get a delivery just in time? We're running kind of low here on paper, boys. Come on. Can we get a delivery, please? I think that helps our money too, ultimately in the long run, but there we go. Paper delivery. Awesome. Okay. So maybe I'll let this play in the background sometime with that meter up and just kind of see how that cycles as it goes through. Is this the farm main building? That's the farm maintenance building. Where's the farm main building? Is it this one? Farm main building. Okay. So where are we at here? We're not importing anything. It's all of our own production. So maybe we need to step up production a bit on that other area. We're already at 150% production rate over here. So things are looking decent. Those are the only two factories we have. We have the ability to theoretically export goods via train as well. So that's something to consider. That if you do have a high import-export, at least having a train station nearby means that it should go a little easier on your traffic as a result. So where is outside connections? Import, export, right? So we're producing so much food here, flour and crops, more so than animal products, that some of that stuff is getting exported. And you can see, like, where are they going? They're going on this loop to get stuff out on a train and ship it out of the city. Over here, you can see all the green is forestry products. Where's the train station on this one? Oh, it's right here on the exit road. Is that raw forestry product not going back into the city? Not going back into the loop? All right, so import, export. Who's exporting? Just the farm. And these a little bit, I guess. Okay, no, I take it back. Right? Okay. And then who's importing? They're importing logs? They're the only ones? Balanced. Okay. All right, employment-wise, we're at 4% unemployment. It's climbing up as I say that, 5% unemployment. I think one of the things that would help is if we got more people to the job, so had some kind of transport into these zones. I don't think we have any right now, but I want to freeform. I want to connect some of these streets up. Maybe if we do something like this and bring this residential neighborhood out a bit. All right, so we're going to use a large brush here. That's going to make it so much easier. We'll move in people to flatten that residential demand. And then I want to look at maybe where we can get a little bit more office crammed in that office park to meet our industrial demand. Like, I don't think, right? It's not out of place. It's not too tall. And I think it would make sense to be really crammed up against the highway over here. So maybe let's figure this out real quick. What if we do something like, how close can we get without being too ridiculous about the proximity to the highway here? Might have to turn the snapping off. Oh, that could work. So kind of parallel to the highway right there. And then maybe, is this going to break this zoning? I hope not. Because it's already built up. Ah, it does. Stop. No. All right, that should be easy enough. Freeform. Apparently it curved out a little bit before curving back. Oh, we don't need this road anymore. So rather than trying to cram something in the middle here, let's do a couple streets this way, maybe. Let's see, where can we get this one? We turn snapping off. Okay, and then let's look at our zoning real quick before we commit all this to office. Do we have like no commercial over here? We should probably shimmy things around a little bit and make a little commercial pocket right there. And we'll call this office, and let's not be too ridiculous. I want to do one other thing here, just out of respect. Is this the highway with sound barriers? Okay. So let's upgrade this. Okay, and then for this, just do the fill tool. Because I don't think I want this side of the block filled in. And I think we can fill that in with some trees. We'll throw something here on the other side of this parking lot. And do we throw something immediately across from the stadium? I mean, commercial, high density commercial, I'm okay with that. Let's give that a second to move everybody in. Of course, they'll be kind of resetting some levels here. Let me double check my water. I got everybody in that new residential area covered. I think I have snapping turned off still. I did realize this is going to be a problem. That it has no way to empty garbage. But man, look at that money. Oh, it must be coming up on game day. There's way too many people pouring off in team colors. Way too many people. So they're coming into the city to take transport up here? Why wouldn't you come into the city on the train via this train stop? That's weird. I guarantee that those are people pouring off. There was way too many team colors there. Right, they're lining up. Yeah, they're lining up for a game that's coming up. Oh, it's on. It's going on right now. Never mind. I take it back. Two games happening. I wonder if I should look at the other stadiums. I probably should. Where is that? Campus. Sports. We didn't do the aquatics center. 3,000 a week. What is baseball and football? 3,800, 4,000, 3,500, 32, 38, 30. Okay. So it's not cheap, but it brings in a ton of people and a ton of money when games happen. And I think it has a huge happiness boost and maybe even a monetary boost when they win. Obviously, the more they win, the more you can charge for tickets, and we are taking advantage of that right now. But let's see kind of what things look like over here now. Starting to fill in. But I think that's okay. I like it with the highway divider there. Alternatively, the other thing I would consider is putting a fence, and maybe even we could still do this. If we look at, where are they? Fences. Park fence. And what if we turn snapping back on? And what if we just did a fence from, here to here? I think that makes sense to keep people away from the actual highway. If we had a little bit more room, I could cram some trees in there too. Or maybe we just cram a row of trees in there. I don't know. But just something for that additional visual separation You know, this is keeping the sound and the cars on the highway. This is keeping the pedestrians away from the highway, keeping them in the neighborhoods. These buildings kind of right back on top of the highway. In a perfect world again, we'd probably, come in here with freeform tool? Yeah, I don't even know how to get in here after the fact. It's probably too tough because we're gonna have to break these buildings to do it. Maybe we do it just to see. So let's come to like there before we hook back in. That's gonna break a bunch of buildings, but they'll move back in. So how does that? You know, does that even matter? Do we just put trees there and let the full-size buildings grow? I think that we do. We weren't going to zone on this side of the street, so that doesn't really matter too much. Let's see what our commercial pocket's doing over here. There we go. So we've got some shopping, some offices, our little plaza over here for the local police and fire precincts. I like it. It's all detail work at this point. And at some point, one of these next episodes, you're going to see the trees all filled in. There's so many trees on this map. But, you know, we're rounding out little things like this. We'll still meet some of the needs if there's a pocket like this where it makes sense. But when we do that, the other thing is, you know, we've got to look at things like schooling and fire coverage and, you know, we're in the yellow for elementary. We may as well do it while we're here. Here, let's do that. Elementary school smack in the middle. How is our high schooling? Okay, that's all elementary. High school, where are we kind of in the gray? Up into these neighborhoods? Over there? Is that gray enough to worry about it? I don't know. We're in the green for eligibility. We'll let it slide. And then university, we've got capacity there also. So we're pretty good. Do I drop in? I think I'm going to end up dropping in a second fire helicopter. I think we just need them. There's too many fires on the map. So that's got a decent noise bubble. I'm going to put it right there, though. I think that's okay. I know it's right near the other one. But for the number of fires that we have, I think it's worth it. Let me know what you want to see. I've got a couple little small builds in mind, but, you know, I don't really know what to do with the... Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What's going on up here? Did I really break this? Did I break this bad by doing that stop sign change? I don't feel like that was backed up like that before. There's not enough traffic on the side streets. There's nobody coming from the other side. Let's let this traffic roll out of there. See if that gets this thing moving at all, because that should not be backed up like that. Remember what changes you put in place so that you can undo them when they don't work, because often they won't. Sometimes they do, sometimes they won't. Sometimes it was just better the way it was before. So let me know in the comments down below, even better on the Discord, link in the description. It's a little easier to track over there what you want to see with the last couple episodes of the season. And I don't know, I mean, maybe we keep doing longer detail projects and things like that. I really, you know, I want to finish Rosewood. We've got a PC build going on. I was not able to live stream last week. Just doesn't work out sometimes. So trying to bring you regular content when I can. Just been so busy at work, but I try for Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. Check back if you're new here. Subscribe for more. Hit the bell to get notifications for updates in this and other series. Lots of cities content and other stuff coming to the channel too. If you'd like to support the channel, links to that in the description down below. Maybe I'll get my tree detailing done so I can stop talking about it and just show you what the city looks like with way too much stuff to burn. But now we've got a second fire helicopter depot, so Let's put it to the test. Why? Before I even finished saying that, I said to myself, why'd you say that? So tune in. There'll probably be huge fires in the next episode, just because. You wouldn't want to miss it. Again, hit the bell to get notifications, links in the description to the Discord, how to support the channel, all kinds of other stuff. Thank you so much. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. Check back Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays for new content. Until then, though, this is Move the Mouse, signing off.